Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Trey Lover from Love and Fashion. Right now we're here for episode 5 of the one-on-one red carpet interview. Today we have a special guest. Our guest has been in the industry for over 20 years. He's known for his mixing and mastering. He loves his R&B music, but he dips and dabs a little bit of everything. He's known for helping artists achieve higher levels than where they are currently, and even working with some of the greatest celebrities out there. He's the president of Black Magic Studio, so you guys already know who I'm talking about. We have none other than Hasaan Shareef himself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We in the building. Let's go. How you doing, my G?
I'm doing good. I haven't seen you in a while, my guy, but every time I see you, you look talented. You look like you're about the business.
I'm always about my building. I'm happy I see you too. You know, I see you everywhere, so I like to see things moving. So
progression is always the key right there, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So today it's all about you. Because everyone sees you. They see the basic stuff, the R&B, the mixing, the mastering. But we want people to get to know you about how you feel about where the industry is right now with music, your free time, how do you just keep yourself grounded and well-grounded. So, you,
yes, sir.
What makes you the maestro you are in music and keeps you ticking?
What keeps me ticking, first and foremost, I love doing this music shit.
Okay.
Now, I mean, if people don't know, I started off rapping. Me and my team seeing video music box and Ralph and Daniel, like, yo, that could be us too.
Yes.
And that's how I kind of got started. And then once I hit the studio and seen that this is the studio life and making beats and that whole process, that's when I knew this was it.
You got absorbed into that world.
Yes, that's how it got me.
There's one word that I really love that you use, because I feel that you embody this world every single time you're around people.
Okay.
You're a team player, and I believe your acronym is Together Everyone Achieves More.
Yes, sir.
How strong is your team, and what is your team to you in all that you do?
Okay, first of all, you need a strong team. Nobody in this music industry got on by themselves.
Okay.
Nobody. You need people behind you that play certain positions. You need people behind you that support you. You need people behind you to encourage you to do what you're doing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If you don't got that, where you at? And then in business, you need people behind you for somebody else to get behind you to invest that bread, bring that bag. You gotta bring fans. You gotta have people that want to be around you. So team is so important, and it takes time to put together a team. It ain't just, you know what I mean? Like I tell a lot of artists I work with, you know, it's good to have your mans in them, but trust me, when it start getting on and people moving up in the world,
the nitty gritty.
The mans ain't gonna be around.
Yeah.
You're gonna end up cutting them off.
And we hear stories all the time like, oh, these are my people, but then when it hits the fan, those same people are like, what happened? A lot of these artists, especially in the music game, you know, a lot of artists have a reputation to get locked up, you go through things. But before you get locked up, you have 100 people. You get locked up, you got 2 people.
Yeah, and it's a funny story, because when they live for the ride, but then when you get locked up and you need that little, yo, hit my books, nobody ain't around to hit the books.
They're not really there.
Only those 1 or 2 real friends that's like, you know what, I believe you, I'm here for the long haul, because it's a long haul. It takes some time.
Now talking about the long haul, Black Magic Studio was created in 1991, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, this is something that you created on your own, or was it a team that started it together?
Okay, I'm happy you said that. Actually, I did not create that on my own. Actually, I ended up, the studio that I started bringing artists to, I ended up partnering with that studio. And we became a team because we just had so much chemistry. Nice. When it came to being in the studio and me bringing beats and artists and the engineer that I was working with at the time, it was like magic. I didn't want to go nowhere else. And we just said, you know what, we're going to rock. And that was like the first link to my team.
I heard you say just now, it was like magic. Is that where you got the name of the company?
Yes,
Black Magic, with everyone working together?
That, and then actually, funny story, I actually got Black Magic from school.
Yeah?
Because, y'all know about alchemy?
Yeah. Turning into gold.
Okay, so that formula, the turn lead into gold, that's called Black Magic.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
So
you turn lead into gold.
Oh, yeah. The formula, they call that Black Magic.
Okay.
And so I kind of applied that, turning records into platinum.
Okay.
So that's why I kind of got the Black Magic.
So that's what you do with your artists. You turn their lead into gold. You help mold and create them.
Yes, sir. That's kind of the concept I got.
Now, alchemy is cool because I know you help clients get sponsorship or find investors and stuff like that. A lot of artists, I think their biggest struggle is just the money to sue them. Because we've met a lot of great artists that have a great talent, that have music they can put out there, but they can't fund this drive. So what's it like for like finding these sponsors? Like, what do you say is the key to that?
Okay, first I want to touch on funding your drive.
Okay.
Before we talk about sponsorship. First I want to tell everybody out there, you need a budget to do this music shit.
Yes.
You cannot go in no studio and say, you know, I want you to record my album, which might be 50 hours of studio time for free.
So you can't do it for me for free for the hook of making. You can't?
We can work out a deal, but it ain't going to be for free. Keyword, 50 hours. I'm putting in 50 hours of my time to get your shit high.
Okay.
I'm not doing that for free.
It's an investment.
It's an investment. And it's actually an investment for you, and that's paying for the services.
Correct.
You're not going to go get your car done at the auto place and say, all right, thank you, can I get this on the strip?
I'm going to promote you later. Thank you for your service.
Yeah, they're going to undo everything.
So my promotion is no, I thought it was going to be, I can't buy something with that?
It's the scenario, maybe, but no.
No, not really?
Not really. But not to go in too much deep into that,
Yeah.
you really need to understand you need a little budget to start this music shit. Like, even if you go to the studio and all that, a lot of artists don't factor this in. They factor in going in the studio, but they don't put nothing aside to market themselves.
Correct.
You still got to market yourself. You still got to hire a PR person. You still got to go to shows. You still got to get on the road. And who's paying for all that?
The footwork.
Yeah, it's you, your team, and sometimes the manager, depending on the management. You know what I mean? But you're going to need a budget. And then I hate to say a lot of girls get that process twisted, but everybody needs a budget.
Yeah, I mean, I guess sex does sell a lot, so maybe they can trade something else. Some of these female artists. I mean, they're getting all their ass and titties, and I mean, I'm pretty much using it. You don't want to touch about that?
I don't want to touch about that.
Now, from the start of the Black Magic Studio 1991 till now, how do you feel the music game has progressed or changed? Has it changed in your favor or not really what you're looking for?
Okay, I'm going to say it changed in, when I say my favor and artist's favor, is because now you could come out and do your own thing without no red tape, without nobody telling you you need to sound like something to sell. You could do your own thing. You could come out, start your own website, get your own social media popping on all of them, and get your following. You good. I don't know if people don't know that YouTube is paying $50 every, I think it's 15,000 views.
$50, 15,000.
Yeah, 15,000 views once you sign up with them. So you can make money. But you gotta know how to do it.
But back in the days, that wasn't the process. I think back in the days it was more about you getting signed to a label, you actually knowing something and getting that teamwork. So you think this is a better system now that the artists can do it on their own, or was it better when they had to actually be a part of a company?
I'm gonna say I'm half and half on that. It's better now to do it on your own because, you know, you don't have to sound like nobody, or you don't have to be nobody. You can do your own thing. That's good. And then, you know, because back then the labels would dictate to you. Remember crossover?
Yeah.
There's no more crossover mode. You can just go, this is a record, this is how I get behind this. I need a machine.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But then, at the same time, you still need the machine to help get you out there on a national to international level.
Okay. Now, besides just getting put on, how's it sounding? Because there's always been a big diplomacy between the old school artists having the lyrics to now the new school artists are more about entertainment and just putting anything to pen to paper. Like, do you feel the energy, the content is still sufficient?
I mean, it's sufficient for the age we at right now. How about that? It's sufficient to what's on my playlist? No, but what's going on right now? Yeah, I agree. But it's each his own. Like I said, now that because you got the whole social media, you can do your own thing. It's whatever got the best. Like, actually, matter of fact, the key word now with artists is lifestyle. Whoever got the best lifestyle with their brand is the best. They do the most of.
Okay. Now, who do you have on your playlist by chance? Like, who would you say is the top 3 artists on your playlist?
Okay, you know what? I got new people don't even never heard of. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got an artist named Quotes that I'm listening to. He's fire, but he's still on the come up. But artists that I'm listening to now, that's, you know, I just started trying to listen to NBA YoungBoy.
Yeah.
To get what's going on with him, and then I got younger dudes in my camp telling me about Little Pump. I'm like, who? No. But now I'm a Kendrick Lamar. No, I'm the classic, the Drakes. My music is already stuff that came out already. I didn't really listen to too much new stuff.
Diversified content. Okay. Now, the whole mumble rap thing. I don't like using the terminology because I feel like it puts like a bad depiction on the artists nowadays. But that's what they're called, and that's where the genre is kind of heading. Do you think the mumble rap genre is properly giving credit to the type of music that they're providing?
It's relevant. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's today's sound. So it's getting people's buying into that sound. That's cool. But me, I can't get it because I like to understand what they say. I want to understand, but I know that again. One of the things about this age music is a different region because like every 5 years the music changes region-wise. Like right now, the South, Atlanta, all of them they got the main lane right now. You see, there's no real New York music outside of Cardi B, which is cool. But there's no New York because everybody's waiting for it to come back around again. So, for what's going on, it's their turn. Hey, cool. I just wish I could understand it a little bit more and give me some more lines that I could reference to. Because I come from an era where, we used to be like, oh, look what he said. Oh, that line was crazy. Double meanings. Even double meaning rap is out the door. It's crazy.
I personally feel like it's no more about what's that line that was said, but it's, can I dance or shake to the beat? Yeah. So now it's been watered down to just twerking, shaking your ass, shaking your shoulders. More that, what's the message being delivered? At one point,
no messages.
Like Slick the Rick the Ruler.
Yeah.
His was storytelling. He told stories about it. Many artists actually told legitimate stories about the life they gave. Now it's like, whatever.
There's no more stories. I'm happy to say that. There's no more stories. No more talking about the struggles of coming up in the hood. Now everybody comes on. They counting money. Who's that kid that got the multicolored hair now?
6ix9ine. That song 6ix9ine, he's out. He has a lot of popular songs right now, but there's other young individuals, Jacquay, Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Yachty, that the younger generations listen to him.
Lil Yachty?
Yeah, these other people. they make interesting music.
They make interesting music.
Yeah.
I mean, they got the Sprite commercials. That's a big check.
Did you buy a Sprite can after that?
No. But I went LeBron James maybe.
LeBron. Okay, cool. So where are you at now? From creating your music back in the days and running in studios, and now you have these younger generation artists coming in. Like, what is it that you say a younger artist can really come to somebody of our generation and say, this music impresses you? Like, what is something that you want to see brought back?
Lyrics. Actually, I'm going to have to say, I wish lyrics come back. I'm going to bring up, Black Thought from the Roots. You seen how he killed it from Flex 10-minute street fire?
I think I saw that one.
You need to check that out.
Okay.
That's what I wish to go back to that, but I don't think it'll never be too. But just more lyrics and just saying something, you know what I mean? Like, my personal opinion, like, you should be, if you got a platform, speak about something.
Okay.
Not everybody got bread, you know what I mean? Not everybody's got shorties twerking all day long. But not to hate, can we hear something else now? That's all I say about that.
Now, I think very important for me, because we're approaching Black History Month. So I want to make sure, like, we understand that this game is not just what we did in our community to progress as artists, but where we came from, who inspired us. So, with that being said, who would you say would be your black mogul, that black icon, that person who doesn't have to be in music, it could be in any genre that really showed you, paved the way for you?
Oh, paved the way for me? I'm going to say Dr. Dre to me. He paved the way for me. I just like his story of how he came up and how he had to start from ground zero a few times. You know what I mean? Remember, he was NWA, then that fell through with Easy. Okay. Then he got with Suge and Aftermath. That went left field. Then he started his own label and found 50, Eminem, and then now he's running everything and got the $1 billion deal with Apple. I like that. That's something to look forward to. And that's what I hope I can apply from that to what I'm doing in my career and what I'm doing in my music.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, moguls like Dr. Dre, Jay-Z, P. Diddy.
Yeah, and I watched Jay-Z.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was the first person I seen action. I want to say that's the first artist I seen become a mogul that I witnessed, and he took me on the ride. And shout outs to him, and he has Peckers, Jay Brown, and all of them for just allowing me to ride that wave when that was popping. You know what I mean? And
I think my biggest thing that I commend all the individuals I just named, 50 Cent and more, is that a lot of the young artists nowadays, they have a concept that it's just music. It's just music. They don't understand building a plateau of ways of income coming in, just diversifying yourself. It's just all music. Like, is that going to be something that's really helps their career? Just
actually, I hope that young artists don't just think it's all about music. Actually, you need the one beautiful thing about the music industry is that once you get a hit record, it's several lucrative ways to get money with your music, and you need to take advantage of all that. You know what I mean? Right now, the main way, the number one, two ways is touring and licensing. So, you want to hit the road, you want to be, especially once you got a hit record, you want to be out there, and then also you want to get your shit on as much, either movie soundtracks, commercials.
And that's what you do?
Yeah, and that's what I did. And that's where the sponsorship you was about to come in, because that's when you bring in sponsors and you get people attached to your brand. It's about brand building. That's a key word on the marketing side that everybody does once you got like a hit record, is build your brand and get you associated with as many different brands as possible to further your career as an artist.
Okay. Now, we heard about what you said is the most thing they should do. What's a big mistake that you think a lot of artists make in this game?
The big mistake is that they don't budget themselves out right. They don't set budgets. They don't add themselves how much this costs. How much they just go with the flow because they know somebody or they actually was down on another team that did it, and they would watch and they say, no, I could do the same thing because I know the same people. They need to budget themselves right. And one of the things that I feel like they don't budget in and they don't factor in is a marketing budget. Because once you got this music, you got to get it out there. You know what I mean? And for my personal experience, you can't just put a video on YouTube and then expect the next day it gets 1 million views. That's not happening. Even with IG, I can't put up a gram unless I'm a girl half naked in the bathroom, then maybe, but no. You gotta work that. You gotta market yourself. You gotta get yourself out there. You gotta do that, and that takes a little budget. It don't take a big one, but it takes a budget, and I feel like artists don't factor that in at all.
But that knowledge for them isn't really there because schools don't teach budget. A lot of them don't go to budget classes.
School don't teach nothing music business at all, so they gotta learn that as they go. You know what I mean? And that's why I always tell artists, not stop learning this business. Always want to learn something new, because it's constantly evolving, and two, it's no one area or one. I mean, they got schools you can go to, but they just give you the fundamentals. You still gotta apply. Yeah, you still gotta apply that to what you're doing. So it's got to trial and error.
Okay. So what do you have coming up at this point?
Okay, I got a few things coming up. I'm working on the new Road James album. He had a big record called Permission like a few years ago. Also Tiffany Fox album. I actually did some stuff on Gunplay, that's on Love and Hip Hop Miami. One of the things I'm looking forward to, one of the episodes is going to be one of the records I did with him that he's going to do. So I'm really excited about that. Got a couple artists I'm working with that we dropping singles. I actually, for me, I have my Chicago team, Loud Pack, and then my other boy KD, been making a lot of noise too as well. And just trying it out.
Now, I want the people to understand who you are. So
okay.
You already know Black Magic Studios is big. They're out there, but can you please tell some of our viewers what are some of the major labels and people that you have worked with?
Okay, so I'm not to go so far back, but I started off with the street team. I started off with a street team with Bad Boy. Like me and my niggas was the first street team niggas that Puff hired to do the whole Bad Boy back in that day. Then from there went from Rockefeller with Damon J, and then that was like how I got to travel the world, see everybody, and witness somebody from RC Projects become one of the biggest niggas in the world. Def Jam, I was in over there, Universal. I do a lot of work at Sony, and
you all over the place.
Yeah, that's just that's over time.
Hold on, let me help y'all. No, just want to dust some shoulders off. You know, you got the experience right there, my guy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, I think there's one thing I want to ask you that really means a lot to me, because I hear a lot of artists and people in the game talking about work hard, work hard, work hard. Like, they forget that they have to have time for themselves. And I was looking through, you recently took some time off, you went out, you're having a good time. You actually something that I really want to do. Letting off a couple of shots at the gun range with the wifey.
Yes.
Like, is it a really important part of keeping yourself structured to have that downtime where you can just sit back, relax, and clarify your mind? What does that do for you, that downtime?
Okay, first of all, it makes you think about what you've been doing, and also you get more inspiration. Like, you know what I mean? I tell artists, you know, especially African American people, take a trip once a year. Go somewhere. Start off small. Go to Miami for a weekend. Go to LA. Just get out of the norm. You know what I mean? Don't be too comfortable. See other things. You get inspired. Because one of the things I want to tell artists that the way you're going to get successful and how you keep yourself motivated, you got to love this music shit. Because I'm telling you this right now. Nobody's getting on tomorrow or by themselves. You got to put in that grind work, and you got to love what you do. So taking that downtime is important because it lets you reflect, lets you think about what you're doing, lets you think about what you got coming up, and then you might, and it also gives you inspiration. You know what I mean? I took a trip last year for the first time. I went to Jamaica. I had the best time of my life. I came home and I made 20 beats in 2 weeks. Ooh, I was excited.
I think it was like coconut water.
I was excited. You know what I mean? I had a tan. I was like, oh snap! You know what? This is a good thing. But that was, you know, that's something that was needed for me.
Okay.
So I suggest just get away sometime. You know, start small, go somewhere. You know, Miami. You know, the typical places, and just soak that in. Get your mind right.
All right. Are you looking for artists or people right now to work with?
I'm always looking for artists. I'm going to say, to be truly honest, I'm looking for songwriters right now because of some of the opportunities that come to my desk is requiring songwriting scenarios, but I'm always looking for artists. You know, as a manager, I'm looking for the next big thing, just like everybody else, and the next big record, because it's all about the record right now. You got to have something moving. Like, if you don't got nothing moving, how am I going to move? Unless you telling me, you know, you got some investors and we could do what we got to do, yeah. But I'm looking for something moving. And I actually was in a meeting with some other people, and they were saying they're looking for legacy artists that's going to be around for 10 years plus. So that had me thinking, like, damn, who do I know that's a legacy artist?
How would you consider someone a legacy artist? Like, how do you know that this person's going to make it? This person's going to be here for this time frame.
I'm going to say the first thing I look for is that I tell artists that, yo, I don't want to work with people that live this music shit. And I'm not necessarily talking about live what you rap about or what you sing about. I'm talking about live this music shit. You wake up every day doing something to further your career in your music. That's what I mean, live this music shit. Because I live this music shit. If you're not competing with me, what are we doing? I don't want somebody to feel like they run with me for a year and they're going to be on and we're going to be filthy rich. And then that's not how it happens.
So who are you competing with?
I am competing with Puff right now. I'm trying to be like
Puff?
Puff, yeah.
That's a hard competition. You ready for that?
No, that's what I got to shoot high. Why not?
All right, go for the stars, right?
Yeah, but of course, you got to.
All right. Do me a favor. Tell our viewers, how can they find you? How can they contact you?
Okay, you know what? I like this part. I was actually waiting for this part because this is how I tell niggas now. Google my name, Hasaan Shareef, you'll find me. Everything is in line.
He ain't lying. After you want research, they just Google Hasaan Shareef and pop. He pops up everywhere. His Twitter, his LinkedIn, everything is right there.
So, Hasaan Shareef, you find me.
There's two Hasaan Shareefs, but we're going to focus on our mogul right here, so make sure you spell it right.
Oh, it's a Hassan and Shareef, Shareef.
Right?
There you go.
All right, so you guys just heard a few words from Hasaan Shareef himself from Bladge Magic Studios. a lot of great insight for becoming artists about marketing yourself, about how to be dedicated to what your craft is, and just keep yourself pushing. Feel me? Make sure you guys contact him. He has a lot of great insight, a lot of great advice. He already told you what he's looking for. Have that next record that you can really bring to him and market it with him. Contact him and let's see if your hit can be the next one that creates the next Jay-Z, the next P. Diddy, the next masterpiece out there. This is Trey Love from Love and Fashion. Your boy Hasaan Shareef.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
No problem, my guy.
I'm happy to be on the show, you heard?
Definitely. Thank you for having you, my guy.
No doubt.
All right. Love and Fashion, we out.
Let's take away your pain. Where you been? 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 Let's take away your pain. Right here. Let's take away your pain. Where you been? Let's take away your pain. Right here. Let's take away your pain.
Niggas been asking where the fuck I been at. I been in the county sleeping on the green mat. I never go back and but you know I mean that. I been in the streets and I ain't trying to relapse. But that don't mean that this shit sweet. Don't believe that. Still heat your ass up with that 5. You need that shit for keeps